Girls came through, y'all, with them eggs. So happy. Welcome to L&L Honeycomb Homestead. I am Lovey. I'm here to give you all the gardening, all the seasonings, all the cooking, all the rubs, all what you want is right here at the Honeycomb. So if you're interested in wanting to come on in and join in with us, subscribe to our channel. That's all you gotta do is subscribe. It's free to do. It's free to do. So, I'm going to show you all the things that I had dehydrated when it was Mother's Day 2 weeks ago. Yeah, y'all already know. 2 weeks ago, they passed through. A lot of things was happening. So I'm going to show you everything that I did, try them out, and put them in my little containers. So that way we have some seasonings and we have some herbs that is good and dehydrated so I can make my teas and everything else. So y'all, stay tuned, sit back, get your coffee, get your tea, and watch how I put this all together. It's done. Now I'm dehydrating some oregano, some sage, some cilantro, some arugula, and some mint. And that's all going to the dehydrator as well. Put it on your lowest setting. Now you can hang this all up, but nobody's dealing with those gnats, okay? Because the gnats love organic things. And so we're not going to deal with that, okay? You can hang them outside, and that keep all the pests away as well too. But I'm not going to deal with them birds pecking at it because I know what they like. So it's safe in the house, in the dehydrator, and that's where it's going, to the dehydrator. And when we get done, we'll be able to fill the oregano, see how far that goes. We'll be able to do the cilantro and see where that's going. And there's many more, the mint and all the rest. So stay tuned for that. Getting ready to take this over to the dehydrator, and I'll be back when it's all good and dry. So this is a crock pot meal that I put together while we've been outside, and this is it right here. And if you can see, I'm gonna bring you up a little closer here in a second. Let me get you up close. Here I put in some boneless chicken breast, and I had me some cream cheese, some of the herbs as far as the garlic and the onion tops. That was off in there as well. Put a little bit of chicken stock that I had canned up, and put that all in there in the crock pot. Put it on for 4 hours until that chicken is completely done. Break it apart, and then you're going to add some noodles, and I'll show you what the finishing looks like here in a minute. But yeah, that's going to be a good pasta dinner. And some Parmesan cheese. Shred you some Parmesan cheese in there, y'all. We put it right on in there. I had to let it strain. So put it right on in there. And then you stir it up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when I get it stirred in. Do y'all see the goodness and the thickness? So delicious. So delicious. So if you want this recipe, I'm going to have it down below in the description box, so that way y'all can have it. Because let me tell you, this right here is the truth. So yeah, that's what you need right there. Right there. I have it homemade lettuce from the garden, some chicken Parmesan pasta, baked potato, and homemade bread with that nice, beautiful garlic finish. And that's what we had for dinner. First things first, we have the mint. As you can see, I always put my mint in here and then I bag it up. So I have some mint that I dehydrated, as you can see. I washed and dehydrated. And all I'm going to do, y'all, is just put these mints right off on in here, just like so. That's all I'm going to do when it comes down to that mint. Just put that in on here. Because I will be bagging these up and making tea and selling tea. I have a few buyers, and this is what they want. Now, excuse the noise in your background because that is the ice maker, so I just wanted to let you know that. But anyway, back to this tea. I got some mint here that I dehydrated that came from the garden, and is going right here in my little container. It's stems and all. Stems and all, because that is edible too. And this helps you as well too. Okay, and I just break them up in little pieces and go in there too. They all go in there. Okay. All that's in here. And that's what I'm putting in here. It smells really good. It's good and right. It smells delicious. And it does make a good tea. There's a lot of benefits in mint. It helps with the indigestion that you might have going on with your tummy. It helps all those things, you know. It's really good for you. And I'll be doing a series on these again, so don't worry. And that's all I do with the mint, as you can see. And it smells good. Got my hands smelling good, but this is the mint, and that's all I'm going to do with the mint. And that's what I'm going to have for tea. Okay? Okay, family, so the second thing I have is sage. And I also use the sage to go in some recipes of mine. And all I do is just stick that in here with the rest of the sages that I have previously put in here. And so what I do is I just put it in here and stick the top back on, and I get my sealer and put it on here. I turn it on, and when the light turns red, then I take it off, and then that's sealed, and I also put that in my spice rack as well. So it's about done. Light turns red, which it did, and now it's sealed. And that's my sage. Okay? Next thing I have is my arugula. With my arugula, I do not crush this up. I just break it up in pieces because if I want a spice kick with another recipe as well, I have this going into my jar as well. Now the other arugula that I do have, I am going to be dehydrating that as well again, and then with that I will be making that into a powder. So stay tuned for that one, so that way you can see how I did that. So that's what I do with this. I put this in here the same way, and if I want a spicy salad, I just crumble that off in there like that. Like so. And they're crispy. You can eat it this way if you want to eat it this way. It won't hurt you, but that's exactly what I do. And I set that to the side, and I do the same thing with this as well. And I'll put this lid back on, put this back down on here. Make sure it's good and even. I turn it on. just takes the air out. And I wait till it turns red, and when it turns red, it's letting me know that they got all the air out of the container. And then I take the lid off, the top off of this. And there I have me some arugula this way. And last but not least, I have my cilantro. I have my cilantro like this. Take the last of my cilantro, and I'll put this in here. And I do it the same way. It smells so good. I have it whole, and then I also have it where it is in little bits as well. And I put the top on that as well. And that's the cilantro. That's what that is. Alright. Okay, family. So I used up my herbs. I got them in their jars so I can put them in their forever home. I'll be able to use this for seasonings. I can use it when I want to cook something like a roast or whatever for the sage or for some dressing. I can just do it accordingly however I want to do this. You can have it where it's sifted. You can have it where it is in big bits. You can have it in when it's whole and just break it up and crumble it up accordingly, however you want to do your herbs. And I showed you all different ways on how you can do it that way. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and y'all have yourself a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.